Sounds on. Welcome in, Bills Mafia. Welcome back to another edition of the Go Bills podcast, this time for the halftime report of the Buffalo Bills and Jacksonville Jaguars game today in London. It is a game that has started off very good for the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Bills are starting to gain momentum. Jaguars tried to get a touchdown to end the half there, but fortunately for the Buffalo Bills, A.J. Epinesa with a strip sack recovery to save the lead and possibly save a two-possession lead. Jaguars are ahead of the Buffalo Bills right now, 11-7. The Bills do get the ball to start the second half, and we have seen the momentum start to shift towards the Buffalo Bills, which is helping a lot. Buffalo did go down the field, get a touchdown on their last offensive drive, besides the one where they need down. But Buffalo was able to get a touchdown on that drive with a Stephon Diggs touchdown. That was a 15-yard touchdown thrown from Josh Allen with 1 minute and 14 seconds left in the second quarter. Scoring summary for the game: the touchdown by Zay Jones, 6-yard touchdown pass from Trevor Lawrence to Travis Etienne with the 2-point conversion as well. That put the Jaguars ahead 8-0. With 6 minutes, 59 seconds left on the first quarter. Then Brandon McManus, 44-yard field goal. That was with 1 minute and 13 seconds left in the first quarter. And then at the end of the first half, a touchdown by Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs with the Tyler Bass field goal. Extra point to make it an 11-7 lead, which is where we stand right now. Total yards for the game. Let's look at the team stats real quick. Total yards for the game. The Jaguars are ahead 232 to 139. Passing yards, 181 to the Jaguars, 116 to the Buffalo Bills. Rushing yards, 51 Jaguars, 23 to the Buffalo Bills. Yards per play, 5.9 for the Jaguars, 5.0 for the Buffalo Bills. Well, let's get into team stats for the game. Looking at how the Bills are doing in the first half. The first downs for the Buffalo Bills, 7-14, 7 for the Buffalo Bills, 14 for the Jaguars. Third down efficiency, which is where Buffalo has done a better job towards the second half of the first half. 4 of 8 for the Buffalo Bills, 3 of 8 for the Jaguars. Neither team has gone for it on fourth down. Total plays overall, 39 for the Jaguars, 28 for the Buffalo Bills. Number of punts, 4 for the Buffalo Bills, 3 for the Jaguars. Penalties, which is something that has been adding up a little bit for the Buffalo Bills. 4 penalties, 18 yards, 3 penalties, and for 20 yards for the Jaguars. 1 fumble loss for the Jaguars, no turnovers for the Buffalo Bills. And then in terms of time of possession, Jaguars are ahead by 5 minutes, 17 minutes, 30 seconds to 12 minutes, 30 seconds. So overall, really do like the start of the second half. This second quarter for the Bills. Started off a little slow, but overall, Josh Allen, 13 of 18, 116 yards, 1 touchdown so far, as well as 2 rushes for 12 yards to start the game. I do want to see the Bills get the run game going a little bit more, which is something that was concerning for me. We need to get the ball moving on offense, which I think we found a rhythm again, which is something that we kind of lost in the first quarter, but now we are starting to gain momentum as well. As far as the defense goes, I just think that the Bills are kind of over pursuing on defense, as well as they are also playing a little bit of soft coverage on defense, but we're starting to see them be a little bit more aggressive in the game. Leading the way in tackles for the Bills on defense, Dane Jackson, 6 tackles overall. Really like what I've seen from him so far. Terrell Bernard as well, 7 tackles. And then Jordan Poyer, 4 tackles in the game. And then we also have some unfortunate news. I do want to report this real quick so that everybody is aware. Matt Milano is going to be out for the rest of the game. Daquan Jones is doubtful to return. Milano does have a knee injury. He is in the he's in the locker room, getting results from the MRI. As soon as we hear anything, we will report it to you on Instagram and Facebook as well. So as soon as we find out any information, we will let you know about that. Let's look ahead to the second half and what adjustments the Buffalo Bills need to make in this game. And I think it's really easy for the Buffalo Bills, especially on defense. Just don't over pursue, get back into a rhythm, start to settle down a little bit more, and then just be aware of the screen game. That's one thing that the Jacksonville Jaguars do a really good job of, is that screen game. And we got to be aware of that and make sure we stop the screen game as well. As for the Bills on offense, like I said, just getting into a rhythm again on offense, and just make sure that you're going through your progressions and getting the ball to your playmakers as well. Let's go around the NFL and talk about the other games that are going on later today. And let's go to the games that have already been completed. We'll start with the Thursday night game that happened this week. And we will get into that one, though. But this week, we did have the Thursday night game that was played, and that was the Bears and Commanders. The Bears won 40-20. Elsewhere around the NFL, the 1 o'clock games that are starting very shortly: Saints and Patriots, Titans and Colts, Ravens and Steelers, Panthers and Lions, Texans and Falcons, Giants and Dolphins. And then to round out the day, we do have the Bengals and Cardinals for the 4 o'clock games, Eagles and Rams, which is going to be a great game to watch. And I'll give a little shout out to one of our guys that we like a lot, in John, who's a huge Eagles fan. Shout out to him. Hopefully the Eagles get a win today. Jets and Broncos later on today, as well as the Chiefs and Vikings. And then the 8 o'clock game tonight, which is going to be a great one to watch, is the Cowboys and 49ers to finish out the day. Then tomorrow we get to look forward to the Packers and Raiders at 8:15 with our Monday Night Football crew. But overall, like I said, I do love what the Buffalo Bills are doing on offense. They are starting to move the ball around. Let's do that double dip situation like we talked about, just like in Dairy Queen. We got a lot of people that love Dairy Queen. I call it that double dip. Let's get that extra scoop on the table and get a touchdown here, get the lead, get right back to where we belong, and get comfortable with a good lead. And then let's settle down on defense, make sure that we're getting the ball and when the Jaguars are on offense, and stopping them as well. And don't over pursue, just be comfortable and settle down and just get back into a game plan of what we need to do. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, as well as on our website, gobillspodcast.com. Click on over to the website where you can find all of our upcoming shows that we will be doing this week, including our show that we will be doing immediately after the conclusion of the Jaguars and Bills game, where we will have our post-game show. That's going to be earlier than most people expect, but at 12:30 post-game show is where we're projecting to be, but it'll be immediately concluding the end of the Buffalo Bills game today. This has been Brett from the Go Bills podcast. We will see you next time for another edition of the Go Bills podcast. Until then, Go Bills.